Here, the confidence coach. Welcome to the confidence zone. Today, I'd like to speak about writing the ick out of you. Something happened to me last night. It had to do with politics. It had to do with a very unexpected conversation that happened out of something lovely and innocuous when all of a sudden I realized what I was getting into. And I felt really my entire nervous system kind of begin to buzz and vibrate. As the conversation went on, I sort of said to myself, is it possible that this is happening? Is it possible that this person is really saying this? And I suspect you know what I'm talking about, though I don't know what you're thinking about. And that's really the way it is right now. It's going to be more and more this way as the days pass over the next few weeks and we see what happens with the election. It feels disturbing to me personally. It feels difficult for me to accept. It feels nearly impossible for me to face. One of the modalities I've used for many years, decades really, when things have been difficult for me is writing. I have more than 30 journals. And of course, if you follow me, you know that I write on social media every day as a coping mechanism and a way to share, edify, inform, but mostly inspire and motivate you to face yourself and to take whatever action it is that's important for you to take. Sometimes that might be just meditation. Sometimes it might be just breathing. Writing has helped me all these years. Something new has come up for me, though, and I wanted to speak about it here today. I wonder when was the last time that you received a letter from a loved one or a friend? When was the last time that you received a note written by hand from someone whom you obviously know took the time to sit down, think of you, write, put it in an envelope, take a stamp, and go mail it? I thought I would begin talking about this with you because I know writing can be such an important healing modality. I do know that there's a lot on your mind and on your heart, whatever that is for you. I want to invite you to consider this idea. What would it feel like to sit down and write a letter to a loved one? Maybe you want to share your thoughts or your life experiences with your own child. Maybe there's a friend whom you loved, but you've just fallen out of touch with a little bit, and you want to write and personally connect with that person. Maybe you have nieces and nephews like I do, whom you love and adore, and you want to support, motivate, inspire, and encourage to just be the best they can and do the best they can for themselves. Writing letters can really support you exactly right now. So whether it's writing letters or perhaps your own personal journaling, my personal experience is that you really can write the ick out of you. I do this pretty much, I write almost every day now. You don't have to be an actual writer. You don't have to be a good writer. You don't have to create any blocks, barriers, or resistance to sitting down and putting pen to paper. Now, if you study this as I have a bit, you know that there is something to the idea of having a pen in your hand and thinking and writing. Now, I also do typewriting. I've written articles, speeches, whole books by typing into a document. But I also do handwriting by journaling. So we do know that there is something to the actual modality of taking a pen or a marker or crayon, if you want, and writing out the thoughts that are in you. any way, shape, or form. I'm here to encourage you to think about writing. The next weekend that is coming up for you, I wonder what it would feel like to sit yourself down and write. Now, I do have people in my life who are blocked by writing. I'm not a good writer. I don't have, it's not smooth for me. It's not easy for me. I have this, I have that, I have the other thing. I get it. I do understand that. You might be assuming that I'm talking about writing to publish. I'm not. I'm talking about simply writing either A, to get the ick out of you so that it doesn't sit there on your heart or in your gut, as it is with me right now, about this thing that happened to me last night. Or also write in very simple ways to communicate. It doesn't have to be what you might be thinking in your mind. It has to be. It doesn't have to be long. It can be extremely brief. But there's one thing I can say, and that is for whomever is lucky enough to receive something handwritten from you, they are going to be moved by it. It's possible you do have people in your life. I just thought of a college friend who's so good at writing notes, or a few other people who do take the time to sit down and write notes. Not that I disparage texting or emailing, of course, obviously. And every time I get a handwritten card from that person, I'm like, oh, that's so good. I love that. And so I also have a friend, another friend who buys cards in advance. Sometimes she advance writes them and mails them, but she has a good stock of cards. And my sister used to work for a paper store, and she would always have cards that she would write out as well. Writing the ick out of you, it literally can truly, honestly help you begin to feel better. It is one way that you can come back into emotional regulation from the emotional dysregulation that you might be feeling right now from things happening in the world, in whatever country you're in. Write. Think about writing. I can't encourage you enough. Think about writing, my friends. It will help you feel more confident as well. You'll be shocked. Try it. See you again soon in the Confidence Zone.